So I did the dungeon crawler project for mine. I used ncurses as the graphics library, and I kind of cannibalized a lot of previous code from other projects, especially for dynamic loading, which made this so much more bearable because of the compile times. Oh my god. If you don't know what that is, it's basically I compile everything that's not main and utils into its own library, shared object file, and then from there I have these function pointers and I set them to whatever the symbols they can find in the shared object file, and then I can reload them anytime I recompile. This little function checks right here if the file has changed. And something very basic I can do, as a demonstration, I can do title paste. Here we go. Okay. And I can change the hard-coded colors. And as you can see, I didn't have to close the program. All right. And I can keep running it. All right. The thing I'm most proud of is actually the terrain generation system. So, which means probably somebody already figured it out. Here's how it works. Basically, we want to carve a path in the square. So we know that a path must have a start and an end point. So, and we want to be more specific. So we subdivide this square. Say this is a start, this is an end. Come up with a random path like this, and then recursively, we're not being really specific. We recursively look deeper here, and we know that the start point in this path can be anywhere. So I'll just set it up to be over here, and we know that the endpoint must be this whole east block right there, and we can keep doing that recursively until we reach some base case. The thing that was hard was the synchronization, was the adjacency with the one that's supposed to be next to it. I eventually figured it out, and that was pretty nice. I spent a lot of time just generating terrains. In fact, that was the start of the project. It was just the terrain system. So we know that the start for this block must be adjacent to the exit over here, and we also know that that the exit must be up here. So yeah. And then random path. Again, we can keep subdividing, and it uses like a recursive function call. All right. Next up is saving. So the way saving file here is, well, I have the game structure is just easily serializable. There's no pointers, there's no vectors, there's no strings, anything that can be dynamically allocated. So I don't have to do any parsing. Literally, it's just 2 lines in the save file and the load file, which is a really nice surprise. In fact, I can do a save right here. Save, and then I can keep going, move. I died, but I can load it once again. Load it again. And this stays even if you close the program. You can load the same part again. Now, if you're curious as to what the save file looks like, it doesn't have any text because I don't want to parse anything. It's just raw bytes, which was pretty nice. It's not that hard to do. You just got to be a little clever about it sometimes. There's a lot of foot guns in C and C++, so that's something to watch out for. The way another interesting thing was the way I rendered the characters. Did the ASCII art, talking about like the sort of Pokemon type previews. I don't like how the goblin looks. I basically stole all of these from random ASCII websites. All right, so yeah, the dragon, that one's really cool. Now, these are all done in compile time, not runtime. So I'm not loading in any of these functions. I'm using includes. So I can do wrong one. So yeah. So this is the dragon file, and the way includes work is the way includes work is that they straight up just copy and paste all the anything that's inside this file into the C file. It's pretty that's just how the include macro works. It's pretty simple stuff when you get used to it. So yeah, I mean, if you're curious about more stuff, I also added something called a wishing well, which if you have money, you can drop a coin in there, and well, in this case, nothing happens. So 3 things can happen: nothing, you get some health back, or you get some XP. So yeah. Oh, and how it looks to win. I actually haven't won any time. So here we go. I gotta use my cheat. Yes, a 100. And this is the win ASCII art. Alright, so yeah, that's all.